I understand how capitalism works. I get that companies need to make more products so they can sell more units, so they can earn more money, so they can make more products. But sometimes I wonder if that whole idea isn't to the detriment of a really good, solid product, like the Audi A3. What I mean by that is the A3 was the first of its kind. It started a battle for market share in a market that didn't exist before it came along, and each generation of A3 has been superb. A premium hatchback offering style and a measure of luxury not previously available in a sporty package. But now, Audi have gone and changed all that with this, the A3 Sedan. In order of coolness, sedans don't rank near the top. You do get cool sedans, but generally they are middle management repmobiles, designed to do a job and be all family friendly. So when I heard there was an A3 sedan, I did despair just a bit. Simply because the regular A3, the hatchback variety, is just such a good-looking car. Its narrow apertures and clean lines give it a mixture of style and intent, and I was worried that adding a boot would ruin all of that. But it hasn't. By some miracle of design, Audi has managed, with similar lines and narrow apertures, to make the boot of the sedan add to the overall effect, not detract from it. This A3 has superb proportions, and it's anything but ordinary. Every time I get into this car, the interior makes me smile. Not just because of the way it's bolted together, but just from a pure design point of view. It's elegant, it's ergonomic, it's well-specced, and it's not just the best interior in its class, it's one of the best interiors on the market. Our test car has a few extras like the panoramic roof and the Alcantara, and one should never underestimate the effect of a black roof lining on the overall look of an interior. It's dominated by darker colors but has just the right amount of shiny bits, like the patterned aluminium inlays and the white illumination, to create a very nice ambience. And if things aren't quite to your liking, there's a lot of personalization in here, right down to the brightness of the lights in the footwell. The optional toys include Bang & Olufsen sound and adaptive cruise control, with the retractable screen being standard. Also standard across the entire A3 sedan range is the Audi Drive Select system, which sets up the car depending on your driving mood. As for that thing which makes this sedan a sedan, the boot, it's got 425 litres of space with the seats up, which is just over 10% more than the Sportback. There are a few engine choices, including 1.4 petrol and 2-litre diesel with either manual or S-tronic gearboxes. But we've got the top-of-the-range 1.8 TFSI with 132 kilowatts and 250 newton meters. Drive is through a 7-speed S-tronic gearbox to the front wheels because, for now, there is no quattro option. Even without the extra grip though, the A3 sedan is still very capable. From pull-off, things take just a while to get going, which means no torque steer, but also means a fairly sedate getaway. You can have some fun in the corners, but if you push it too hard, it will run wide with predictable understeer. That and the fairly lifeless steering tells you this particular sedan is more the everyday runaround kind rather than the performance variety. And that's despite the fact that the optional 19-inch wheels make the ride a little harder and the cabin a little noisier than you might expect. But the final piece of proof is Audi's choice of S-tronic gearbox, about which there is some debate at RPM HQ. Generally speaking, we think the older 6-speed S-tronic is a little sharper than this newer 7-speed, but the 7-speed is incredibly smooth, offering almost seamless shifts up or down, even under load. Besides, if you prefer, you can get your sedan with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Part of all the testing of these cars we drive is seeing how they measure up against the competition. And when it comes to smaller premium sedans, the only real competition for this car is the Mercedes-Benz CLA. But I do know a few people, myself included, who are more interested in how this car stacks up against something a little closer to home, the A4. So what do you gain by opting for this car's bigger brother? An A4 with similar baseline spec to the A3 we're driving costs 11,500 Rand more, and for that you get 55 litres more boot space and 89 centimetres rear legroom, which we're assuming is slightly more than the A3. And we're assuming because nowhere on the planet or the internet can the A3's rear legroom figure be found. Our test sedan offers a much prettier package though, inside and out. I was a little skeptical about the A3 sedan simply because I thought the A3 recipe didn't need anything else. I thought that whatever a boot added in practicality would take away in terms of compromising the whole package. But this car isn't compromised. It's still good inside and out with a refined drive and a style that's all its own. The 1800 TFSI Turbo has decent power, although it takes just a moment to get itself together from pull-off. The 7-speed S-Tronic adds to a very refined drive. While it is a very good ride, steering could feel a bit more lively, while the ride setup on the optional 19-inch wheels is a little harder than you might expect.